And good afternoon, good Friday. Welcome aboard the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thank you for being with us on this Good Friday, again, April the 3rd, 2015. Our 40th day together, wrapping up our 8-week stop today. Woo! 8-week milestone. We should, I don't drink, but we should do a little toast. What would we do? Toast, I don't have anything.
Got any peeps?
Yeah, we still got some over there. How about
toast a peep.
What you got over? You got an energy drink?
Got my energy drink over here.
All right. Do I have a? I do. I have my little thing here. So why don't we toast? There you go. Well, take a little sip, and I'll get mine. Mine's empty if I could drink it, but it's the thought that counts. So we are ready to go for, again, day number 40 of our Fun and Frolic. Our show brought to you by the man who hung up on the cross. And again, unashamedly of all days of the calendar year, we definitely want to be on I wanted to be on the show today to tell folks about the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord Jesus, again on Good Friday 2015. And the verse of the day is very simple, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave, didn't have to, but he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16, woo! Kind of the centerpiece of the Christian faith is John 3:16. It's all about the cross. So, again, happy Easter to you and yours on this Good Friday 2015. Lots going on in the sporting world. As you would expect, it happens every day, all the time, year-round. And so we got stories in baseball, the National Football League, college basketball, golf. We've got guests coming on later on. Kyle Larson, NASCAR driver, hearing from Kyle about what went wrong when he fainted last week at Martinsville. We'll hear from Kyle Larson coming up here in a few minutes. Paul Menard, what must they do in his camp to get some wins and just lead laps for his team, Richard Childress Racing, and we'll hear from him coming up here in a little while throughout the show. Also, we'll be joined by Betsy Holleman from Speedway Children's Charities. All kinds of things going on week after next for Race Week at BMS, golf tournaments, road races, track tours, big dinner coming up on the 16th, 2 weeks from last night's, all kinds of things going on. And then one of our sponsors, Pete Tackett, will join us from Antioch Baptist Church, and he'll tell us all about what you can see and hear with the drama coming up on Easter Sunday, 2 days from now, at Antioch Baptist Church in Johnson City, one of our sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Horace, good afternoon. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
There you go. It's a great day, is it not?
It's raining outside, but it's good.
It is a great day, yes. Yep. It is raining outside, and that's okay on a Good Friday. Now,
kind of a gloomy day 2,000 years ago on a Good Friday.
There you go.
So, apropos there.
I think tears from heaven, a.k.a. rain, I think is very apropos the day that he hung on the cross for us. Now, we've got, where do we start? Let's start Major League Baseball. Josh Hamilton, I don't know if you read the story or not, he cannot be punished by Major League Baseball for violating his treatment program. Now, why is that? If his rules put in place and he didn't abide by them, then how does he not be disciplined?
They said he did it. He said he didn't. It went to arbitration. The arbitrator said he did not find any violation of policy, so to speak, so he cannot be punished.
He said he didn't do it?
Well, somebody said he didn't do it, and it went to arbitration.
He self-reported a violation this year after he suffered a relapse involving the use of cocaine and alcohol in the offseason. Josh Hamilton.
I know what you're saying.
Said that he did it. L.A. Angel outfielder Josh Hamilton cannot be disciplined by Major League Baseball for his latest problems involving alcohol and drug abuse. Arbitrator ruled Friday, as Horace said. Major League Baseball said it disagreed with the decision made by an arbitrator appointed under its joint drug program with the Players Association. Hamilton, the 2010 American League MVP, subject to the treatment program for prior violations involving drug abuse. Now, he just signed in 2012, he signed a 5-year, $125 million contract with the Angels in December of 2012. Self-reported a violation this year after he suffered a relapse involving the use of cocaine and alcohol in the off-season. So if you fess up, as they say, why would you, and you broke the contract set in place by Major League Baseball as far as their substance abuse policies, then how can you not be disciplined?
I don't think it is a matter of whether he did it or not. It's the fact that he self-reported and followed Major League Baseball guidelines by self-reporting it, so he can't be punished because he followed their policy. Okay, I did this. If I report it, I'm not going to be punished because if they not as severely, anyways, as if he did it and got caught without saying anything. Does that make sense to you?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't make sense. It's okay. So he's being rewarded
I won't say
for
he's
turning
being
himself
rewarded,
in.
but I mean, he
Well,
evidently
he's not getting in trouble.
Evidently, by self-reporting, he followed policy. And so
Okay.
the arbitrator says, well, he reported it, and everything went hunky. I mean,
at the end of the day, if you did it, you did it, right?
Right. That's my opinion.
Yeah. If you did it, you did it.
Right.
If you went next door and, I don't know, pick something, stole a lawnmower out of the neighbor's garage, and you get caught and you say, well, but you go and tell them, hey, I stole your lawnmower.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be as mad at you because you came and told me? I said, and I know that's a kind of a crazy analogy, but the policy's in place. Here's the rules. If there's consequences for your choice, you break the rules, here we are. Well, he broke them, but he's not being disciplined as severely because he told him that he broke it.
Right.
That's crazy. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's my opinion. That's how I would.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm looking at too. But problem with it, and I don't know anything about this guy. I mean, I hate to see anybody get into any kind of a dependency situation on alcohol, cocaine, or otherwise. But this is not his first rodeo. He's had a history of substance abuse problems dating all the way back to the minor leagues.
He's playing with the system, and regardless, I think he needs to go. Period. But that's, they're following black and white rules, and they're going to abide by them, I guess. So.
Hamilton on the field between the chalks has managed only 31 home runs and 123 RBIs in 2 seasons with the Angels, which is not the way it was in the beginning. At one point, he was a hotshot ball player. Yeah. So, anyway, that's the latest. Josh Hamilton, the L.A. Angel outfielder, cannot be punished for his off-season self-reporting problems with alcohol and cocaine. So, there you go. It's just one of the things about coming in on this show every day.
Do you want to pay?
It never ceases to amaze me.
Would you pay money to buy a ticket to watch him?
Not in the least.
Me neither.
No.
Angels have got a problem.
Yeah. No, I'm not. That's another PR problem for them.
Yeah.
Much like some of the other other teams are handling PR problems of a different nature.
That's one of them West Coast teams anyways. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, there you go. We just summed that all up in one sentence. They're from the left coast. That's okay. All right, first NFL official female being hired by the National Football League. And that's a neat thing because that would mean Sarah Thomas is going to be the first NFL full-time football official. And that's a pretty good thing, I think. Former Conference USA official Sarah Thomas set to become the NFL's first female full-time official. So,
now what kind is she going to be? A line judge, back judge?
She's officiated preseason games as a line judge while in the league's training program. So
she'll be a line judge.
Yeah. Technically, replacement referee Shannon Easton was the first woman back in the 2012 lockout, but breaking that barrier wasn't why Thomas got in the game. I never set out to be the first one. I just want to officiate NFL football games. So, and so she's in, and that's pretty cool. Sarah Thomas, and I guess she'll be a line judge. She's a mother of 3. Got her starting officiating when she accompanied her brother to a meeting for people interested in calling football games. Thomas, the only woman in the room, is not the only woman in the NFL pipeline. There's a couple others that are coming up through the ranks, too. So she went to her kids' football, I guess, Pop Warner, and they said, we need an official. I'll do it. I'll do it. And that kind of lit the fire, if you will. So that's pretty cool. We are in the midst of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Just got started on this Good Friday 2015. Early in the week, you know by now, Rick Barnes, the new coach at Tennessee. Well, one of the players there said, nope, he's out. 6'10" forward freshman Tariq Owens, 6'10", seeking his release and plans to transfer. His son made the decision after meeting with new Tennessee coach Rick Barnes. Owens from Maryland averaged 2 points, 1 rebound, and 8 minutes per game this season. He's 6'10". He played 8 minutes a game. So I don't know if he's a stiff. If you're 6'10", you got to.
I'll tell you what, with Tyndall's track record and what went on and why he's being looked at hard by the NCAA, my guess is these players got away with a little bit more than they probably would have under a more strict coach. Barnes is coming in. He's laid the hammer down. This is the way it's going to be. These guys got away with stuff last year that Tyndall let them get away with, and he's going to tighten the noose, tighten the reins in, and they're not happy about it. So this one says, I don't want to do that. I'm out of here.
Turn down the screws.
You got it.
There you go. So anyway, if you're 6'10", either the guy's a stiff, he can't play.
That may be part of it.
Yeah. I mean, they had nobody down there to begin with, right? I mean, the cupboard was pretty bare
Yeah.
after Quanzo left.
Well, 6'10" is pretty. I mean, that's just 2 inches short of being a 7-footer. So he'd be a great post player. But evidently, if he only did he get what averaged 8 minutes a game? Or
yeah, 8 minutes a game.
Well,
out
of 20 minutes, he only averaged 8 minutes a game.
40 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Out of 40 minutes, he averaged. Yeah, that's 4 minutes a half.
Yeah.
No.
And you're 6'10", and you're getting 4 minutes a half at 6'10". I don't know. Maybe he was in his doghouse, didn't let him play. Maybe he's not any good. I don't know.
I still think it has to do with tightening the screws.
Yeah. But there are new sheriff in town, and he's going to take control of the team, and here we go.
He's riding the ship, and because the ship was in rough waters, and some of these players, we had it made. Now we don't. I'm out of here.
He'd look good in Buccaneer blue and gold if he's looking for a home. I'd say Forbes would take a look at him. Anyway, 6'10", Tariq Owens, gone from the Tennessee men's basketball team. Also gone, Shaka Smart, leaving VCU. Virginia Commonwealth to coach the Texas Longhorns, replacing Rick Barnes. He's been one of the hottest names in college coaching since leading the Rams to the Final Four in 2011. They'll release his contract and payment and all that, and he should be introduced as the new coach sometime later on today. Greg Marshall, the coach of Wichita State, name being batted around for a lot of positions. He signs a long-term contract to stay. Barnes will stay put again at Wichita State, home of the Shockers.
Alabama couldn't coax him, huh?
Couldn't woo him, no. And so
who's Alabama going to get?
I don't know. Murray Bartow. I have no clue.
Butler. What you want to?
Think so?
You watch.
Yeah, I don't know. So they couldn't get Barnes. Tennessee sewed him up, and now Shaka Smart goes to Texas, and Greg Marshall's staying at Wichita State. Now, Florida coach Billy Donovan, 1-year contract extension. So this is interesting here.
1 year?
Yeah. So he goes, what was he this year, 16-20? No, it wasn't it. He had a sub-500 record. They struggled this year. Now, he's won back-to-back national championships. But the old what have you done for me lately has creeped up here. So he came out Wednesday and said, maybe the NBA. I may, and he played them. And so they come back and say, they gave him a 1-year contract extension, raises his annual salary to about $4 million.
Good grief.
Keeps him under contract to the 2019-2020 season. Billy Donovan of the Gators agreed to the deal last summer. It was signed in December. New contract paid Donovan $4.2 million this year, including a $250,000 signing bonus. He's already been there.
Yeah.
It's a re-signing bonus, I guess. He is now the 5th highest-paid coach in college basketball.
And he had a subpar, less than 500 season.
Yeah, but now here's the part that's interesting.
Crazy Gators.
Earlier in the week, he's talking about bolting to the NBA. I may look around, and I read a quote about Patino saying, it's not as easy as it looks going from college to pros.
Well, pros don't care. They're out there to entertain. They're not out there to play basketball.
Yeah, but the interesting part of this was this deal was signed in December, and the school released details on Thursday. So if Donovan knew he was going to get a pay raise, regardless of what he did for the record, why is he out there kind of going, I'm going to look around the NBA when he knew darn good and well he's getting ready to have a contract re-upping and a $250,000 signing bonus?
Well, there may have been some little fine print in the contract that says you had to do this, and he took advantage to solidify that contract. He did what he did.
The only people to earn more money than Billy Donovan in Florida is Duke's Mike Krzyzewski, Kentucky's John Calipari, Louisville's Rick Pitino, and Kansas coach Bill Self. Only guys get more money than Donovan in college basketball. That's some strong.
There's some crazy Gators, man. I'm sorry about that Gator. They're
strong,
crazy down there.
Yeah. That's some strong jack there now. $4.2 million. Whoo! That's a lot of money for a guy that
can't even get a 500 season.
Yeah, he struggled this year. Now, he hasn't in the past, but he did this year for sure. So that's some of the things going on. Speaking of struggling, how's our boy Tiger doing?
Tiger not doing so well. He's been down at Augusta doing a little practicing, and he's struggling even to hit around a 74. And I think this week is going to be the tell whether he decides he's going to make an announcement if he's going to try to make a comeback at the Masters. Now, if I was running the Masters,
yes,
I would not take him.
Wouldn't let him come out?
No.
Why? Because
he hasn't proven it. I mean, he's below 100 ranking now. Okay. He hasn't proven himself on the golf course. Why would you, other than name recognition only, why would you want someone that's in the bottom, below 100 ranking, playing in the Masters, the most premier golf tournament in the United States?
I'm going to play Horace here. I'm going to wear your hat for once. I'm going to jump over on your side of and say it's all about the money. Tiger's there.
Well,
TV viewing goes up.
No.
Yes, it does.
No, the Masters.
Yes,
No.
Tiger Woods is in that tournament.
They're already sold out. I mean, the tickets are gone.
About TV viewing.
TV viewing. They're going to tune in to watch him choke.
I'm telling you, they'll tune. If that's the case, they'll tune in and see if he's going to be still got it or
he won't make the first round cut.
Well, he may not, but they will tune in and see if he's going to falter or whether he's going to succeed. Whether what's his honey's name, if she's going to be there prancing around.
Makes no difference.
Absolutely.
I would lose a lot of respect for the Masters if they let him come.
Well,
if they let him
I'm
play.
not saying they would, but I'm just saying that would be in the back of their minds thinking, okay, he's going to jack up ratings because
he's going to want money.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So
hello,
he doesn't deserve it right now.
Wow, that's now it's see we've switched places here. It's all about the money. So if the Masters can sit there and the brass goes, if we let him in, if we let him play, you know we're going to have added viewership. I mean, it's a prestigious tournament, absolutely, probably the pinnacle of golf, or certainly one of them. But again, if he's in that lineup, if that's what you call him, or in the field of the Masters, it will enhance. Because I know in the years past when he's pulled out of things right after he had his little golf club incident with the former wife, he set out a couple of tournaments, and they came out and said it's going to kill ratings because people tune in. Of course, at that point he was a hot golfer, but people tune in to watch Tiger Woods, good or bad, whether you like him or don't like him, they tune in to watch. So if he's right on the bubble as far as getting into the Masters, you hide and watch. They don't let him get in there because he's going.
But he'll be gone after the first round.
Well, it don't make a difference, but they're going to let him in there. They'll make a big deal. The Tiger's going to be in the Masters. So why else would we be down there right now playing?
He's trying to impress him, but he can't even shoot around a 74.
I mean, why is he not at the Ridges in Jonesboro? Why is he not at the Hickey golf course in Nebraska?
Because he's trying to learn that course. He's trying to get on that course and I guess get one up. I don't know. But
he's played the Masters for years.
I know it.
Yeah, he's down there for a reason. It's a PR stunt.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. I mean, he could be, if he's trying to get better and practice his game, he could be
anywhere.
Any golf course. He could be at Pine Oaks and Johnson City playing. He's down there, so he's stirring the pot. He's rippling the waters. There is a reason the lad's down there, I promise you. Because he could be anywhere practicing golf. So
he can't even hit par, so that's all I'm going to say.
One more before we go to the break. We have one of his favorite teams, the Florida State Seminoles, have a young man who got in trouble today. And there's that giggle. Let's see, what's his name? P.J. Williams.
Bunch of thugs down there.
Thank you. That would be Horace, Horace. Former Florida State defensive back P.J. Williams, a projected first-round pick in the upcoming NFL draft, arrested early this morning in Tallahassee and charged with DUI, and so declared the draft after his junior season. And so he did early this week. He participated at Florida State's Pro Day with your boy, famous Jameis. So, in fact, Mel Kiper ranks Williams as the 5th-ranked cornerback prospect in this draft. So that's pretty high up. I would think today would tarnish him a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Would you back off your pro team that he got arrested for DUI?
These kids are out of control. They think they can do anything, get away with anything, just because they can catch a ball or throw a ball.
Father Horace, yes, go ahead. This place is out of control. It's gone to the dogs, I'm telling you. So, anyway, that's the latest out of Florida State. As the past champion of the Masters, he has lifetime immunity.
That's from Gator.
What does that mean?
I guess.
He can go and play anytime he wants to.
I guess since he's a past champion, he's automatically in.
Oh, okay. Well, see, then all my going on over here means nothing. So he has lifetime immunity. That means he can go in and play anytime he wants to.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, then that's why
I still wouldn't tune in to watch him.
Well, so that's why he's down there tuning up. Then that's a total. He's trying to get ready.
He's making a mockery.
Well, he's getting ready for the Masters now. I understand if he can get in there based on his past championship, he's down there getting ready. Now I'm okay with that because get him in there. If he's the past champion, he's in regardless how bad he is.
Yeah, well.
So he's in. Television ratings going up. Money's going to be made. I'm happy, and Horace is still frustrated. So
I don't watch golf anyways. I don't know why.
Speaking of frustrated,
I can't even hit a ball.
He's 12 minutes away from being real frustrated for the quiz show today.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, I'm telling you, he's going to be good coming up here in a few minutes. Let's see. We told you Shaka Smart's gone. He's now at VCU. Tariq Owens leaving Tennessee. Billy Donovan gets a pay raise with a subpar so-so season in Florida. And we got some more sports coming up. On the local scene, we've got a lot. Got perfect games being thrown yesterday, both softball and baseball. Local team winning an out-of-town and out-of-state baseball tournament championship. Got some good stuff going on in local sports coming up, and we'll tell you about in a few minutes. Also, coming up at the bottom of the hour, check in with our buddy Jim Cline from Farmers Insurance, one of our great sponsors. He's going to visit with us, and yet another award bestowed upon Jim Cline. We'll tell you all about that. Betsy Holleman joins us in the next hour from Speedway Children's Charities. Lots going on there. Also, Pete Tackett will join us coming up in the next hour, along with Bob from Book Lovers Warehouse. And coming up after the break here, we'll jump over to the NASCAR pool for a little bit. And again, NASCAR off this week, enjoying, and I appreciate them taking the Easter holiday and shutting down so families can get away and drivers and folks and enjoy the weekend for what it's worth and for what it's all about. And that, of course, is the death, burial, and resurrection. So I'm very pleased that NASCAR is doing that. But there are some things going on in the NASCAR camp. Some folks who got penalized earlier in the week are going to appeal that. We'll tell you all about that. Also, we'll hear from Kyle Larson right after the break, and we'll find out what the status is of Kyle Larson, who fainted last week and could not drive their car again going into Martinsville for Chip Ganassi Racing. He was replaced by Regan Smith, and we'll get the latest from Kyle Larson. We'll hear from him coming up right after this on this Good Friday 2015 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 5. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no.
Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Friday, Good Friday 2015. Today he hung up on the cross for us again, and we didn't deserve it, not one of us. And he did it willingly, as it says in John 3:16. He gave. He didn't have to. He gave. Now, NIT last night, were you dialed into that? Did you watch it at all?
No.
There you go.
I heard it went into overtime.
Overtime, yep. Stanford defeated Miami in overtime for the NIT title. The CBI championship, best out of three. Loyola of Chicago beat Louisiana Monroe. That's where Willie and that's where they're all at down at Duck Dynasty. They got beat. That's the school there in Monroe, Louisiana. In the best of three, they got beat by 7 in the first game. They got beat by 1 in the second game. So Loyola of Chicago wins the CBI over Louisiana Monroe. You have the Final Four for the guys, of course, tomorrow. Big games, love it. And then Sunday, the Final Four for the ladies, love it. Notre Dame, South Carolina, UConn, and Maryland for the ladies, back-to-back in Tampa. Tomorrow, Michigan State and Duke. That'll be at 6:09, and Kentucky and Wisconsin at 8:49 tomorrow night. Why do they make them so late on a Saturday night?
West Coast.
No, they're playing in Indianapolis.
Right, but the West Coast, 9 o'clock here. West Coast, it's probably only going to be 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock on the West Coast.
8:49 tip-off for that second game. you're talking 12:30, 1 o'clock before it's over with. Wait a minute, 8:49? Yeah, call it 9 o'clock, thereabouts. Probably
It'll be over
11:30.
by 11:30.
11:30, yeah. But still, I mean, some of us have to get up and go to church next day and get your hair washed.
It's TV's running
it's
the show.
All
It's all about the money.
There you go. Thank you very much. All about the money. Anyway, NIT winner was Stanford defeating Miami in overtime. And then you have the Final Four, Michigan Duke. Who'd you pick in the pick and poll? We're tied at 41, by the way.
We just got one game between us right now. That's the Kentucky-Wisconsin game. Wisconsin wins, then we end up in a tie. Kentucky wins, and you win by 1.
Bring it home, baby. I'm bringing home the bacon. So go Wildcats. They'll play tomorrow evening at 8:49 tip-off in Michigan State and Duke. The earlier game at 6:09 tomorrow, both at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
I'd like to see a
Indiana.
Duke-Wisconsin final. That's me. I'd like to see a Duke-Wisconsin final.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, go Cats. That way I get that free meal from Braden's Barbecue. Now, NASCAR news. Let's see. 3 tracks this week, or just yesterday announcing they're adding safety barriers. Texas Motor Speedway adding 250 feet of tire barriers, getting ready for NASCAR's Duck Commander 500 next week. Michigan International Speedway adding the steel and foam energy-reducing barriers to pit in and pit out walls, and tire packs will be installed at the angled wall inside of Turn 1 before they go there in June. And BMS, Bristol Motor Speedway, adding 600 feet of safer barrier to the front and backstretch outside walls before weekend after next, 2 weeks before the racing on April the 19th. So BMS, again, making theirs even more safer than it already is, adding 600 feet of safer barrier to the front and backstretch outside walls before the race on April the 19th, which will be 2 weeks from now. Will be Bush Bing's Pole Day. Hard to believe. We'll be up there at Bristol Live. Now, Richard Childress Racing appealing the penalties. NASCAR's levied against Ryan Newman's team for allegedly manipulating the tires. Crew chief Luke Lambert fined $125,000 out of his pocket. We told you about that. Suspended for the next 6 races, including the All-Star race in May. He's been also put on probation for the rest of the year. Tire technician James Bender, engineer Philip Surgeon, also suspended 6 races, placed on probation for the end of the year. Now, Newman, Rocket Ryan Newman, and car owner Richard Childress each docked 75 points each. No date for the appeal was set. Now, NASCAR has said Richard Childress Racing has requested to have all the penalties deferred while the appeal takes place. The sanctioning body did say, yep, we'll grant the deferral for the suspensions and the fines and put it on hold, but, and a big but, did not reinstate the points for Newman and Childress. Now, he went from 6th in the points down to 27th in the points by being docked 75 points. That's a big drop.
It means he's going to have to win a race if he wants to get in.
There you go.
He can't climb out of that hole.
No, that's a pretty big hole to climb out of. So, anyway, that's happening in NASCAR. And, again, as promised before the break, we caught up with Kyle Larson, who, again, fainted last week before the Martinsville race, could not ride, and they wouldn't clear him medically. So, in his place was Regan Smith. So, we caught up with Kyle Larson, and the obvious question, Kyle Larson, my friend, how you feeling?
I feel great right now, and I felt, perfectly fine, shortly after I fainted the other day. But yeah, I just had to, get a lot of tests run on me to make sure nothing, serious was wrong with me, and all those tests came back negative. So yeah, the whole time I felt fine, and hated it that I couldn't race this weekend in the Target Chevy, but Regan did a really good job, and just got to thank all the doctors and nurses for how thorough they were with me.
There you go, Kyle Larson. So they said it was dehydration. He was dehydrated. That was the reason, and they ran him through a battery of tests and kept him overnight for observation. So, but they said when it was all said and done, he was dehydrated. So now, well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but he was sitting at an autograph table signing autographs. And he was dehydrated. So I don't know what that but.
Well, he may be more susceptible to dehydration, too, with the medications and all that he's probably under.
Certainly not a doctor, don't pretend to be. So, anyway, he's cleared to go and be ready to go for the Duck Commander 500 coming up this weekend, or I should say next weekend, at Texas Motor Speedway. Well, each day this week when I've done the quiz show, we've had some cackling on the other side of the room because I haven't done well. So now it's his turn to be in the hopper. And so with that, why don't we just go ahead and roll the theme music and get ready for the quiz show and watch me giggle here.
You giggle just listening to the music.
I love that. Good choice, Horace. The quiz show music brought to you by American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. Again, was down there the other day, and they were hopping as always. 6 bays going strong, but always room for you. 913-3111. One of the folks they like to take under their wing are females, be they widows, divorcees, single ladies. A lot of any of these ladies are by themselves for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't always. Well, just tell like it is. They get took sometimes to go to different places. With American Import and Auto Repair, they are all about, again, serving and helping the females, along with everybody else, but they kind of just have a warm spot for ladies. And so if you're a lady and say, every time I go somewhere in my car, I feel like I got took, or I just don't feel like I'm getting my bang for my buck, please consider American Import and Auto Repair on West Market Street in Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program at 913-3111. And they're open tomorrow, of course, 8 to noon tomorrow on Saturday, and open, of course, 5 days a week as well. Now, who are you playing for, big guy?
Oh,
it won't matter.
I haven't even thought about it. No,
yeah,
it don't matter.
It's not going to matter, but go ahead and pick someone up.
Lance Denny.
Lance Denny, the sacrificial lamb. It'll make no difference. Here we go. Question number 1. We have 4 sports and 1 movie trivia. Here we go. The Disney movie Aladdin. The villain in the Disney movie Aladdin was Jafar. Is that true or false?
Jafar.
Yeah.
That sounds like it might be a true one because it's Arabic sounding. I never watched. Well, maybe I did watch Aladdin, but it's been a long time ago. I'm going to say that's true.
True. Now, we're playing to see if we can move that 7 to an 8 on the Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance
scoreboard. So you're already
scoreboard.
telling me it's wrong.
So I've got 4. Buzzer's got 1. Gator's got 1. Horace actually stumbled in, got 1. Quiz show scoreboard says 7. We're going to work for 8. Maybe so. It is true. Hit the bell. All right. Question number 2. Sports trivia, the game of cricket.
Cricket?
The game of cricket. Oh, yes. The game of cricket was invented by some college students back in 1927. Is that true or false?
Cricket, 1927.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the college students part of it's probably true, but the year, 1927 or 27. Oh, heck with it. I'm going to go true.
True. All righty. Would you please hit the buzzer? And go ahead and hit it twice when you do when I mess up. Hit it twice. Thank you very much. In fact, they don't know who invented cricket.
They don't know who invented it?
No, they can't track it back to way back days, but it was not college students in 1927. So that was a sucker pick there. That's good.
You got
Way to go, big guy. There you go. And that 7 stays safe till Monday, all right?
Sorry, Lance.
Number 3, sports. Golf balls used to be packed with feathers. Golf balls used to be packed with feathers. Is that true or false?
With feathers.
Inside of it, yeah.
That sounds so corny. I'm going to say true.
Hit the bell. You got it. All right. He's 2 for 3. Question number 4, basketball trivia. Karl Malone, a.k.a. the mailman, played his pro basketball for the Dallas Mavericks. True or false?
I don't think it was Dallas. No, that's false.
False. Hit the bell, Horace. It was the Utah Jazz. All right. Number 5. Thank goodness for the cricket score. I'd have to hear that. I would have heard that all week.
I'm 3 for 4.
There you go. Number 5, college basketball. Michael Jordan, the only 3-time NCAA MVP in the Final Four. True or false?
True.
Michael Jordan. You say true. We say hit the buzzer. All right. That would be Kareem.
I know you want to hear it twice. So
there you go. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would have been the right answer. So
okay. Cricket
got him and Abdul-Jabbar got him. So once again, we stay safe till Monday. Quiz show win scoreboard on behalf of Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. The good folks at Asphalt Maintenance and Bracken Paving.
You're proud of that 7 now.
Yes. 323-8720. I'm more proud of I got 4. You've got 1. Gator stumbled in, got 1, and Buzzer got 1. So you boys are on me all the time. And of course, I always say, look up there and check it. See, how's it? 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. Check the scoreboard before you holler. All right, hit the music. We're rolling.
Oh,
that's good. That's nice. That would be the quiz show. I love it. Brought to you by American Import Auto Repair, Cherokee Barbershop, and also by the good folks, again, at Bays Mountain Park. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll check in with our buddy Jim Cline from Jim Cline Farmers Insurance. Also coming up, we'll hear from Paul Menard of the NASCAR camp. All that straight ahead on a Friday edition, a good Friday edition, I might add, from the folks right here on this side of the fence. We say Happy Easter to you and yours from the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know to update your coverage when adult children move home?
Oh, heck no.
Or that you could get coverage for identity theft through your homeowner's insurance.
And that your valuables can be covered by home insurance even when they're not at home. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Good Friday 2015, the day hung on a cross for all of us. None of us deserve it. We will never back down from telling you that because that's what it's all about. And on this Friday, coming up, we'll hear from Paul Menard, the NASCAR driver. They're having problems in his camp trying to win races, and we'll find out about that from him. Also, Betsy Holleman joins us coming up in a little while from Speedway Children's Charities. We'll run down and a couple of guys and ladies throwing no-hitters yesterday in high school baseball. We'll tell you who did it and who they did it against, and we'll have that for in our local sports here in just a few minutes. Also, a young man from Science Hill had a heck of a week from Wake Forest. Young man playing baseball that played going from Science Hill to Wake Forest. All that coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's go to the phone. That big old tall drink of water. Jim Cline from Jim Cline Farmers Insurance. He's 6'12". Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm marvelous. Thank you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes. Now, your buddy, Sandy White, who's listening there in the other room on the live stream. Hello, Miss Sandy. She does an awesome job. Said be sure and ask him about not one, not two, but 3 in a row President's Awards. So, Mr. Cline, I know you're a humble gentleman, but brag on yourself. Congratulations. President's Award 3 years in a row.
Thank you very much. You know, it does take an army to get it all done. So, as you said, I do have an excellent staff. We have Sandy and Tracy and Tim and Mary and myself to take care of people. But we did accomplish Farmer's highest award, and that is the President's Council, and we did have done it 3 years in a row. You know, we're talking about 150 agents and district managers across the United States are selected out. So you end up being 0.5% of the agency force to accomplish this goal by creating the service and the customers that we have. So we're grateful to our customers that do continue doing business with us and the new ones that we do bring on board. And, you know, we just ask for that opportunity. But, again, you know, I do greatly appreciate it, but I don't do it by myself. I do have to have assistance, and we have a great staff of people in here to keep the agency going and to get us, the whole agency at that status.
And we want to say thanks. We've had folks come over there, and ultimately you've written insurance for them as a result of hearing it on this show, which we certainly appreciate. That's the name of the game, and we awful proud of that, too. Tennessee, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio. He's number 1 in 5 states. Jim Cline Farmers Insurance. So warm weather's here, spring's here, Easter weekend. Let's see. If we have jet skis, if we've got motorcycles, if we've got boats, you can help us. Tell us about that.
We can. You know, Farmers has what we call our foremost division. That's our recreational vehicles, for the all-terrain. So it's the ATVs. But, again, just as you said, it's getting ready for boat season. They just got through having the boat show. So we do the watercraft. We have an excellent policy type, so we can do on the boats. We can offer a replacement if they want it, or the actual cash value. It's whatever they want. It has liability if they were to hit someone else on the water, by mistake, just like what we may have in a car accident. And also uninsured watercraft. If somebody was to hit you and they didn't have proper coverage and do bodily injury to you or damage to your watercraft. So we can help you with that. Again, we have the jet ski coverage. We have the motorcycles. Everybody's going to get out on those here before long. So we just have an array of products to take care of what we refer to as the toys. When people go to purchase those, we have different options to offer to them. Another thing back on those boats, a lot of people talk about that they can't use them 12 months out of the year in this area, and so unless you are an avid fisherman and you are the recreational boater, we offer a layup period, so we choose 3 to 4 months. That's the maximum we get, but that's when it's going to be in storage, because same thing, myself and my family aren't getting out on the boat when it's a little cool out, so we do dry store areas in the wintertime, and so we get to take advantage of that credit that applies to the policy. So we just like the opportunity to sit down with you and discuss what kind of coverages you want, how you want yours protected, how much usage you use of your toy or activity, and we can help with the jet ski, ATVs. They've become very popular. I mean, they have ATVs as big as golf carts now. You can haul 4 and 5 people around with you, but they're great fun. Dune buggies. I had a guy not too long ago that had a custom dune buggy made, all off-road, but, they just have a blast going out to these trails. So as we say all this, we can help with the automobile insurance as well, because we have trailers and things to haul these boats and jet skis and these dune buggies to their destination to have the fun and play with them. So you can stop by the office here at 1309 East Center Street. You can give us a call, 247-5400, or shoot us an email, jcline@farmersagent.com. We'd just love an opportunity to show you what Farmers has to offer and how Jim Cline Insurance Agency can assist you.
Also, of course, we're a very active culture and society, so a lot of folks have backyard swimming pools or hot tubs, and you also insure those. Tell me about those.
We sure do. There's just few little requirements we'd like to go over, depending on if you're in a neighborhood or what. But, if you need fencing or if you, some of the portable ones, when I say portable ones, there's the smaller pools that have removable stairs. So as long as we have those, same thing, we can insure the pool. If a storm comes through and a tree limb comes in and busts it up or does damage to it, we can do a replacement policy on our separate or adjacent structures that would put that back for us. Again, what kind of decking do you put around it, or are you pouring a concrete slab? And those are things that we'd like the opportunity to discuss with you. If we're doing the homeowners for you, again, we're going to get automatic coverage. It's going to extend. We can increase it if we need to, and get the right limit of liability. We all want to have fun and want to have our friends over, but just in case something was to happen, we do make sure we have that protection in case we have a group of people and someone was to get injured.
There you go. President's Council 3 years in a row. And Sandy said that's unheard of to get it once, let alone 3 straight years. That means you're doing a great job of customer service. Number 1 in Tennessee, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio. How many agents here in closing do you guess out of those 5 states? How many farmers agents do you think there are, if you had to guess?
Oh, my gosh. Why do you put me on the spot like this?
Well, that's
you're probably looking at 500-600 agents easy, I'm
there
imagining.
You go. I would think so, yep.
In those states.
If you did 100 agencies a state, I think that's safe. At 500 agencies, he's numero uno. So there you go. And he's located on Center Street in Kingsport, right down from the Renaissance Center. He's a phone call away at 247-5400, and you just want the opportunity to quote somebody's insurance, correct?
Yes, sir. Just an opportunity to show you what we have to offer and how our products work and discuss the service that farmers will create. As you said, we talk about the one and done, making that one phone call to get the ball rolling, to get things taken care of, whether it be your car, whether it be your home, whether it be that boat, motorcycle, four-wheeler, jet ski. And, the one thing we don't want to forget is life insurance. If something was to happen to us and we didn't make it home that evening, what's it going to do to our family? How are they going to continue paying the bills and paying the mortgage and meeting the obligations that was committed to lots of time together as a couple? So, again, we would just like the opportunity to discuss it with you and show you what we have to offer.
He, by the way, Horace, he's going to put up the $25 gift card to Braden's Barbecue for the March Madness. Jim, I'll tell you, we are tied 41-41, so if Kentucky wins, I win.
And if Wisconsin wins, we're tied.
We're tied. So if Kentucky wins, I get to eat on his actually on your $25, but I'm going to make it feel like he had to do it. So we're pulling for Kentucky, aren't we, Jim, so I can win? Jim?
I don't know. Am I going with you?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, we're going for Kentucky.
I'm going to be the odd man out.
Go Cats. There you go.
You are the odd man out, because I was already for Kentucky. But, just because it fell on Tom's side, I'm sorry. But,
there you go. Now, last question. Is there any truth? Reed Burton said you're going to be dressed in a bunny outfit hiding eggs Sunday morning. Is there any truth to that?
There might be. You never know. I mean, just aim to do anything to make the kids happy and have a good time. I mean, they think I'm a big ogre anyway, so why not put on a costume and just fit right in?
There you go. Well,
just makes it, I just like to have fun.
There you go. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Thank you. Happy Easter to you.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. That's our buddy Jim Cline for Jim Cline Farmers Insurance. And so we're down to that one game. Kentucky wins, I win. If Wisconsin loses, Wisconsin wins, I still win.
Well, you get to go eat, but we'll stay tied as far as
we'll
the
stay tied. Yeah,
go.
Yeah, but I'm going to win because Kentucky will win. They got to win because I don't want to hear all about that either from you as well. Now you look at Science Hill's baseball program. You got Daniel Norris. He'll be pitching Monday for the Toronto Blue Jays in Yankee Stadium. Played at Science Hill. He made the Toronto Blue Jays big club, and he's going to be pitching, as we said, on Monday for the Blue Jays in New York against the Yankees. Here's another guy that's a hot shot player, Will Craig, Wake Forest sophomore from the Science Hill program, selected Thursday as college baseball's midseason player of the year. How about that?
Wow.
Yep. Craig, a former Science Hill standout, has put up some great numbers for the Demon Deacons, the name, of course, of Wake Forest, helping them to a 19-12 record. Let's see. Through Sunday, he's had, good grief, through Sunday, this past Sunday, he is hitting, good grief, .507 is his batting average, 12 doubles, a triple, and he's hit 10 home runs. He's scored 35 runs. He's driven in 45 runs. He's got 10 home runs and 45 runs batted in, 12 doubles and a triple, and he's batting .507. Will Craig, a sophomore out of Science Hill, having a big-time year at Wake Forest, and is right now the college baseball voted on and selected as the midseason player of the year, thanks to an article in the Johnson City Press. So that's pretty strong stuff there. That's awesome. That is very, very good.
Is Will Carter still pitching in Alabama?
Yes. So he's got 3 in the big.
I'll look him up in a minute, see what his numbers are.
Yeah, they've had some incredible guys come out of talent-wise out of Science Hill, no question. So Will Craig having a heck of a year at Wake Forest, Will Carter having a heck of a year at Alabama, and as we said, Daniel Norris having a real good year. He'll be the starting pitcher Monday in Yankee Stadium against the New York Yankees. Now, speaking of guys and ladies had big games yesterday, man, check this out. Daniel Boone's softball team rolled to a 10-0 win over Cleveland, Ohio, to win the Mingo Bay Classic in Myrtle Beach. So the Lady Trailblazers bring home the championship trophy from Myrtle Beach. Jacqueline Jenkins fired a one-hit shutout, struck out 7. And so the Lady Trailblazers now 9-5 with the season, and they win the Mingo Bay Classic at Myrtle Beach. So congratulations to them. Also, Dobbins Minute wins the championship of the Charleston Blaze tournament in Charleston, South Carolina. And Caleb Cook walked away with the MVP honors. He threw a no-hitter. Caleb Cook throws a no-hitter for Dobbins Minute against West Ashley, South Carolina, 8-2 the final there. Daniel Boone's Jacqueline Jenkins a one-hit shutout. And then for Daniel Boone's guys team, Tyler DePriest fires a no-hitter for the Trailblazers. They beat Oak Ridge 15-0. That's a thump. That's a woodshed game there.
You got it.
Going to the woodshed. Took a whooping. Tyler DePriest, no-hitter for Daniel Boone's guys team. Jacqueline Jenkins, one-hit shutout, struck out 7 for Daniel Boone's girls team, who won the Mingo Bay Classic in Myrtle Beach. And Caleb Cook, MVP, after throwing a no-hitter in the Charleston, South Carolina tournament, the tournament which Dobbins been at won. So pretty cool stuff. Here are the scores from yesterday. We'll do baseball first. CAK defeats Science Hill 12-2. Morristown West beat Crockett 8-2. Knox Halls over Daniel Boone 10-6. Then Daniel Boone came back behind Tyler DePriest and got a 15-0 win over Oak Ridge. Tennessee High defeats Sullivan South 11-10. Volunteer beat Happy Valley in baseball. These are all baseball scores, 6-5. Abington, Virginia over Elizabethton 7-6. Sullivan Central beat Sullivan East 7-4. Pigeon Forge over Unicoi County 9-0. Johnson County defeats University High 12-3. Providence Academy takes 2 from Cloudland 12-2 and 11-7. And all that went on yesterday. Now today, gosh, got all kinds of games going on today. Science Hill takes on Brentwood down at Farragut. That's at 4:30. Also later today, you have at 3 o'clock Daniel Boone and Grace Christian in the Oak Ridge tournament down obviously in Atomic City. Daniel Boone and Grace Christian at 3 o'clock. Other games today, Pigeon Forge at Tennessee High, Volunteer Cherokee, Sullivan Central at Unaka, Happy Valley plays at Hampton this afternoon, Sullivan East will be at Abington, North Green at Sullivan North, Cosby hosting University High, Hancock County at Cloudland, and South Green plays at Jefferson County. And that's all again from today, later on today, from baseball. We'll do softball coming up here in a little while, and also soccer from yesterday. Soccer, you had, let's see, trying to check the soccer score. I had 1 to pass on to you. That's all we had, courtesy of the Kingsport Times News. Science Hill blanking Jefferson County in soccer 3-0. So there you go. Some pretty good stuff going on again in the world of local sports. So that's what's happening there. Hey, it's the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Let's talk Major League Baseball, the Redlegs. Redlegs, what'd they do? Did they do good?
Don't know. Did they win yesterday?
No, they lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-0. They'll take on Toronto tonight in Montreal. So they go from Arizona.
Oh, they're going to play Daniel's team.
That's exactly right. The Reds and the Blue Jays in Montreal at 7 o'clock tonight at Olympic Stadium. Now, we talked yesterday about Montreal talking about trying to get another Major League franchise back up there. But they got a show. It's one of those show me's to Major League Baseball before they'll start talking, putting a team back in Canada, another team in Canada. So we'll see how they go tonight with the crowd. Number 1 team in the American League right now is Oakland. The worst team is Texas. Number 1 team in the National League is the Dodgers, and the worst team is San Francisco. The Reds, by the way, are 14-13. Blue Jays we're following because of Daniel Norris, 18-12 right now. So there you go. They're pretty good. They're, in fact, they're in 3rd place in the entire American League right now in spring training. But as you always tell me, and I hear all the time from Greg Salya, that doesn't mean anything, spring training. So, but they're 18-12. They're 6 over. That's pretty good.
It means everything now, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when you're that's right. All of a sudden, it means everything. Good stuff, and it does. And everything starts Monday for the Redlegs. 4:10 first pitch from Cincinnati against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Johnny Cueto should be on the mound. So we'll be keeping you up to date with the Reds every day because we follow the Redlegs here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. How are the Braves doing, by the way?
Not good.
Not good. All right, let's see what they did yesterday. Braves beat Baltimore 6-5. The Bravos are 14-16. So there you go. Final weekend, as we said, of spring training. Now, what else going on? Tell me how we can get folks involved getting ready. Yesterday we pulled Brian Sharp from Gray. He won tickets to go to the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 and also the K&N Pro Series Pit Light 125 2 weeks from tomorrow. We'll be in the high banks of Bristol again watching this great racing going on. We have given tickets already to Kent Archer of Limestone, Denise Odessa of Kingsport, Britt Marshall of Churchill, Sarah Noel of Nashville, and Brian Sharp of Gray. How can folks over the weekend qualify, or I should say register for free tickets to Bristol?
Need to go to, send your name, address, and contact information and a little blurb about why you want the tickets to TomTaylorSportsShow@gmail.com. TomTaylorSportsShow@gmail.com. and we'll throw your name in the hopper. And on April the 18th, you too may be going to see the American Diabetes Association Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 and the Pit Light 125.
There you go. So yesterday, Brian Sharp of Gray will pull another winner again today. That'll wrap up this week's folks. And so you can simply go, as Horace said, and get lined up and signed up, and we'll be giving away. You can win tickets next week as well as get ever so closer to the big week of racing, week after next, at the last great Coliseum. So there you go. Now, what else happening? Bobby Knight leaving ESPN. Were you a fan of Bobby Knight?
When he coached basketball, yes. Since then, no.
Yeah. Hall of Famer Bobby Knight, who's worked as an analyst for ESPN, is leaving the company. And he won 902 games, 3 national titles during his coaching career, mostly at Indiana. And he says, doesn't give a reason why, just says he's leaving. So for whatever reason, Bobby Knight moving on and, again, leaving the sideline, or in this case, leaving the broadcast booth for ESPN. Been there since 1978. And he real big friends with Digger Phelps. Don't they get on there and go back and forth and cut up and okay.
I don't know.
I got the look.
Got the look. Deer in the headlight look.
Yeah, I got the Bambi look over here. So anyway, it is that which it is. It is a Friday. Again, one of our great sponsors, good folks from Max Medicine Mart. Now, if you're looking for candy, they still got some, not much. Some Easter candy, Russell Stover Easter bunnies, marshmallows and milk chocolate, mini eggs. They got the full enchilada of Russell Stover candies. And so if you're looking for that, there's not much left. They've really been hit this week with Easter. Folks looking for Easter products. Willow Tree Angels right down the center aisle. They sell a bunch of those at Easter time. And also you have certainly you can stop by there and check out the product line this month. It's on sale, Blue Bonnet. All Blue Bonnet products are 20% off this week, or this month, I should say, at Max Medicine Mart. So, again, if you want to stop by there and load up, and don't forget, if you're looking for Easter cards, if you want to, at this point, hand one to someone, I don't think you can get it in the mail and get it to them before now on Sunday. But if you want to hand them a card, all cards, all the time, no cards over $1.99, again, at Max Medicine Mart. And thanks to Hosey, we have Blue Lizard. At the Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen made in Johnson City. They sell a bunch of Blue Lizards. If you're going to be out and about this weekend or even going in later into the spring, this one has the SPF 30+ on it. Cap turns blue and UV light, so you know if you're outside and the cap turns blue here, you know that it's time to put on some Blue Lizard. They got it on sale, and they sell a bunch of it again at Max Medicine Mart on Center Street in Kingsport. We'll take a quick break, come right back with hour number 2. Joining us or scheduled to join us will be, again, Betsy Holleman from Speedway Children's Charities as we move on here on this Good Friday 2015 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
And we say good afternoon, hour number 2 here on a Good Friday 2015. We're together, wrapping up our 40th day together, our 8th week here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Right now being heard around the world on livestream.com. 9 states. Hello to Kansas, Tennessee, of course, California, South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Michigan, and Georgia. We've had folks reply and they listen or hear the show, and we thank you for that. Livestream.com right now. Later tonight we can podcast it, or we will podcast it.
Yes,
and
sir.
you will go back and be able to see it on iTunes, TuneIn Radio.
Can't see anything on iTunes.
But you'll hear it.
You'll hear it.
Hear it on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher phone app, and Stitcher.com, and also on YouTube.
Yeah, you
correct?
can watch it on YouTube.
Watch it on YouTube. There you go. And when you watch it, you'll see the cam we have on here, the, what do you call that thing?
It's a webcam.
Webcam, thank you. Right behind us, we unashamedly hang this cross, and we're here, and we tell you we dedicate each show to the man who hung on the cross, and what a great day to promote that very fact. The Bible verse of the day, we have on each show, and today is the obvious John 3:16. For God so loved the world, they didn't have to, but he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. All God's people said, Amen. There you go. So, anyway, we dedicate this show every day to the man who hung on the cross for us, and a special day for Bible believers here on Good Friday 2015. Let's go to the phone. She's there, our buddy Betsy Holleman from Speedway Children's Charities. Hello and good afternoon, young lady. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for joining us. First question out of the chute, will we have a Easter egg hunt Sunday for the little person?
Absolutely. We're going to dye Easter eggs. We're going to hunt them and eat chocolate ones and all kinds of stuff.
Have a big time. Now, how old's the little person now?
He is almost 16 months.
Wow. Just the right age to get chocolate all over his outfit and get those little colored eggs out in the yard and open them up and let him smear chocolate all over him just to let him have a big time.
Sure, absolutely.
And then video and film it and then blackmail him when he gets old enough and goes out on his first date. Say, by the way, here's your date when he's a little guy. So
yeah, there you go.
There you go. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, again, Easter coming up, of course, on Sunday. Now, we've got Speedway Children's Charities got 3 big events. Let's start with the 5K. Tell us about that coming up week after next.
Sure. So this is our spring race 5K, and this is going to be our first 5K in a series of 3. So it'll be followed by the night race 5K in August, and then Speedway and Lots 5K. So again, it's $25 per person. You receive a T-shirt and a finisher's medal if you finish the race, and the course will take you across our property, out the north entrance into the south entrance of Bristol Motor Speedway, and of course 1 lap around the famed world's fastest half mile. And that'll be on Friday, April the 17th, beginning at 8 p.m.
2 weeks from today, is that right? Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh gosh, don't say that. That scares us.
So we want to run in this race. How do we get signed up?
Sure. You can register right now on our website at bristol.speedwaycharities.org. There you can see all our other events as well.
We're talking to Betsy Holleman, our friend again from Speedway Children's Charities, does a great job. She and Claudia Bird. And so the 5K, again, 2 weeks from today. Cornhole tournament. Tell us about that that's coming up.
Yeah, so this is our Flex Seal Charity Cornhole Tournament, and we do this every single race weekend. All the money goes to Speedway Children's Charities. The cost is $40 per team of 2. Everybody receives a T-shirt, and it's the fastest-growing sport in tailgating. So come out and toss some bags with us, and that'll be we have 2 qualifiers on Friday, April 17th, 2 on April the 18th, that's Saturday, and then the Grand Championship on Sunday before the start of the Food City 500, and the winner of that will receive $1,000.
We're talking to Betsy Holleman. Wow, $1,000. That is cool. We're talking to Betsy Holleman from Speedway Children's Charities. So we'll give you the website where all this is on coming up here in a moment. 5K, cornhole tournament, then the online auctions. Tell us about those.
Yes, our online auction started actually this Monday, and there you'll find the chance to bid on packages like standing in victory lane with the winner of the Food City 500. You can also take a ride with your favorite NASCAR driver during his or her introduction lap. So we have those online to bid on with Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, to name a few of those. And then some other packages like all access to Bristol Motor Speedway, some behind-the-scenes packages. So that's online now until April the 13th. and that's at scauctions.com.
scauctions.com, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, good stuff. And then also, let's squeeze in, you were telling me off air that there's a few seats left, not many, for the dinner coming up on the 16th, which was 2 weeks from yesterday. So tell me again about the dinner. We're going to get a chance to hobnob with some of the greats from years gone by with NASCAR. Tell me about that.
Yeah, sure. So this has become our Legends Dinner, and it's an annual dinner for Speedway Children's Charities. It's Thursday, April the 16th, beginning at 6:30, and it'll be here on our property, on Bristol Motor Speedway property, in the Bruton Smith Building, and we will be entertained with late and great stories from Ned and his son Glenn Jarrett. So Ned Jarrett will be here to kind of entertain and tell us, about racing in the beginning, and he's going to be here to chat with us and sign some autographs. So we're really excited about that. So we've got maybe 8 to 10 seats left for that event. We could probably squeeze in 10 if we needed to. So that'll be on that Thursday, April the 16th.
Yep, and all this you can find out about, again, going to scauctions.com. Is that correct?
That's where the auctions are located, and then our website, which is where everything is located, is bristol.speedwaycharities.org.
bristol.speedway.charities.org.
Correct.
There you go. Fantastic. Good job. We'll get back up with you next week and talk some more. We want to promote this for you. It's going to be here before we know it. So have a great weekend, you and hubby and the little guy, and we'll talk to you next week, all right?
You too. Happy Easter.
Yep, super job. Thank you. Betsy Holleman, our buddy Betsy from Speedway Children's Charities. Great job. And again, bristol.speedway.charities.org is a website to go to all the information and find out about what we just talked about here. Again, with the folks from BMS, and it's going to be here before you know it. 2 weeks from today, we'll be up there in the middle of the Bristol Live broadcasting, again with, a bunch of friends, the Bush Beans Pole Day coming up 2 weeks from today. And then we have, of course, the 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300 and the K&N Pro Series Pit Line 125. Those will be the doubleheaders 2 weeks from tomorrow. And then 2 weeks from Sunday, of course, the Food City 500. Carl Edwards back to defend his crown from a year ago in the Food City 500. So lots going on at Bristol Motor Speedway. Go to the website, too, at bristolmotorspeedway.com and check out everything going on because it's cranking up, and it'll really crank up next week. And, of course, race week, it just becomes it's a fun thing, too. It becomes a circus up there, no question.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Fans, in fact, there's already campers starting to come in this weekend to spend Easter with us here in the hills of Tennessee. So if you're out and about and see some out-of-town tags, understand there's race fans starting to come in already to hang out with us here in the spring of 2015 in the mountains. Why wouldn't you? Everything's starting to green up, and I know a lot of folks come in, hike, or go bicycling. Some go to Dollywood, some go to Bays Mountain Park, some just don't do anything, just sit around and enjoy the greenery as everything's starting to green up, and beautiful time of the year here in the mountains of East Tennessee. So you are beginning to already see 2 weeks out race fans starting to come in and camp, and cars starting to come in. That's a good sign when you're 2 weeks out and they're starting to come in.
Oh, yeah.
March, it was always kind of everybody's like, let's wait and see about the weather.
There's more to do when the weather changes. It gets a little warmer, so, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, a lot of folks that sit back and, as I said, wait and go, let's see what the weather's going to do in March. Well, now you're this deep into April. A lot of folks are, we may have some cool nights, but nothing like you could have in March. We actually had snow in March, as folks remember. So we've had snow in April, but the chances are greatly diminished with each passing day. So a lot of folks coming to town enjoying our greenery. And so, as we said, you see a lot of out-of-town tags. Be nice to them or spend a lot of money with us here. Again, heading into this race weekend coming up in 2 weeks at the last great Coliseum. So lots going on. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. Again, we're working our way through this, Good Friday 2015. We've got more to talk about. In fact, we've got a story. Oh, gosh. What was the one I was going to tell you about? I got a story. Oh, yeah. I'm going to save it. I'm going to surprise Horace with it, too. We'll come back and talk about it.
You want to get me riled up, aren't you?
I'm going to get you jacked up a little bit. We'll be right back right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Good Friday 2015. Perfection's what we saw yesterday. Eastside's this Southwest Virginia baseball. Eastside's Austin Smallwood threw a perfect game against Rye Cove. 10-0, 5 innings. He only threw 55 pitches, 40 of those for strikes. He struck out 11. He also at the plate hit 2 doubles to help the cause. Austin Smallwood. 55 pitches, 40 of those for strikes. He beat Rye Cove 10-0 in 5 innings through a perfect game. That's pretty strong right there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, from again, from out of Coburn. Again, it was, I was trying to see the name of the team. Oh, Eastside. I'm sorry, Eastside.
Eastside.
That's a consolidated school. Eastside's Austin Smallwood. Perfect game. That's pretty dadgum good, as they say back home. Now, my man has said there's no question, I'm the number 1 draft going into the NFL draft.
No.
Yes, he did.
No, did he actually say that?
Did he
say that?
Yes, I'm number 1. He said, there's no surprise I'm going to be number 1. Yes, he did. Quarterback threw 102 passes, had only 10 of them fall incomplete at Pro Day. Winston showed NFL coaches and general managers he can make all the throws. That's no big surprise. Everyone already knows that. They were surprised and impressed with his demeanor during and after the workout. So Jimbo Fisher said he's the type of guy that goes to the park at 8 o'clock in the morning and doesn't leave until night because he's working out with his teammates.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. It is getting into the midnight hour right before the draft, and he's going to put his best foot forward. But the boy has something in him, and you can't fundamentally change him this fast. It will not happen. So someone's going to take him, and in the first couple of years there's going to be an issue. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
I just knew when I saw the story, all I got to do is lay it out on the platter, and it's like putting a coin in a slot machine, pull the handle, and just watch it go. Yep, he was on a roll. So anyway, Winston's most impressive act at Pro Day came just before the workout began. He gathered all the wide receivers, tight ends, running backs together and approached the area where the coaches were, and he thanked them all for coming. He gave them all some grandiose instructions and introductions to each of his teammates. Yeah. He also agreed to throw more than 100 passes, almost double the usual amount for a Pro Day. So Winston, the only quarterback working out, so said he extended the session to help his teammates get more exposure. So we'll see. Number 1 pick coming up. It looks like he's going to go to Tampa Bay, and they're very excited. They were there to watch him.
Tampa Bay.
And so this comes up on April the 30th, which will be 3 weeks from 3 weeks from yesterday. Matter of fact.
Now, he's talented. I got no – I mean, yes, he's talented.
He is.
He's going to be running for his life, though, because Tampa Bay ain't going to protect him.
They
got nobody down
snap
there.
and run.
Oh, yeah.
One of those snap and run deals. So,
but that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
But he's going to get hurt. You watch.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you want him to get hurt?
I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm just saying that kind of a quarterback. You got RG3. Someone on top of my mind. Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Okay. Those type of quarterbacks that have used their legs as much as their arms, they get hurt.
Yeah.
They get pounded into the ground. And they're on the sidelines as much as they're in behind the center. Okay. RG3's a perfect example.
All right. Gotcha. So you don't think he's going to make it very long. If he does get drafted, he's going to be on the sideline hurt a lot.
There's going to be some controversy with him.
Okay.
I'm telling you, something's going to come up. Something will come up. You can't fundamentally change him. He is who he is.
All right.
Now, he knows how to play the game. You can tell that. And play the game not just in sports, but he's got a good agent behind him, I can tell you that.
Put the quarter in, pull the handle. Just get out of the way. Horace is on a roll, boys and girls. There you go. Hey, yesterday the East Tennessee State Buccaneer football team had a scrimmage in Unicoi County at Gentry Field. Had a great day. Good crowd out there to watch it. Austin, Herink, I guess is how you would say it, threw 2 touchdowns and 176 yards in passing in the scrimmage at Gentry Field in Unicoi County. And so had a good day yesterday, good crowd. Coach Torbush very pleased, again, with the performance by the Bucs. Best passing numbers of the 3 quarterbacks who participated in the scrimmage, 14 out of 19, 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. Corey Calder was the leading rusher, 40 yards on 7 carries for ETSU. Tony Drew had 32 yards on 8 attempts. Dylan Wiggle had 6.5 tackles. I thought Dylan Wigger was the quarterback, but it says
Dylan Wigger or Dylan Wiggle.
It says Wiggle, so
must be somebody closely related.
I was going to say I don't think Wigger's even over there yet. When I saw him last time,
he's still in school.
He's still at Sullivan South. Yeah, it says Dylan Wiggle. Yeah, I'm thinking because I know Tommy Morris graduated early at South. He's over there now. He graduated in December, so he is there as a former South player, but Wigger's got to wait, I think. Bucs will conclude spring practice on Saturday, a week from today or tomorrow when they play their spring game at Science Hills Kermit Tipton Stadium. So after I finish up with the National Football Foundation, a little get-together at the Holiday Inn in Johnson City. Coach Torbush is going to be there, by the way.
Wow.
And we'll be over there with Gator. And after that, I believe I'm going to sashay on over there to Kermit Tipton Stadium and check out the Bucs scrimmage. So that'd be pretty cool. I like to do. Well, if I could do the PA, I'd love to. Now making the tackle, Horace on the tackle. No,
bring out the stretcher.
Now at the concession stand, Horace. Yeah, and I'll see you wave at me and hold up a hot dog and salute to him. It'd be good.
They're gonna have to do better with their food.
Where at Science Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, you been up there? It's not good. The concession stand.
It's just your plain old stuff, but it's regular. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It's concession stand stuff. I mean, it's good.
Now your homework assignment. Did you do it? Did you check out any of the ballpark's food?
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. So
but next week we'll try to get something squared away. We'll try to do something every day next week.
Opening day, Major League Baseball. We've told Horace, since he likes to eat, to kind of pluck a different kind of unusual thing at the ballparks. And so you had nothing unusual down at where you at Dunedin a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything really unusual, but you apparently didn't go to the right part of the ballpark. Mrs. V had scouted and said all the cool stuff's over there.
Of course, I found out about that too late.
She did that on purpose. She didn't want you to know. Why didn't you go over there? You get back up on the bus. Why didn't you go over there and get some of that good food? Well, I didn't know anything about it. So, did you nap at the game? I know you napped on the bus. Did you fall asleep?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Didn't nap at the game.
Oh, Mrs. V, I'll tell you, she has her hands full. Bless her heart. All right, is she cooking for Easter?
Nah, we'll probably go out.
Go out? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I know you're not going to go together. I know that, but we'll probably go out as well. So.
So now you're saying you don't want to go eat with us?
No, I'm saying I don't get invited. I'm still hurting over the alleged picnic at Bays Mountain Park where the three of us go and you say we get done eating. It's like you two say, "Have a good day. You're the third spoke. I'm out." Okay. And I trudge over to my car and drive over the hillside, down over the hill back home. So I'm thinking if you don't want to go with me to Bays Mountain Park, you're not going to invite me to go out and have Easter dinner with you either. So
I won't remember that.
Yeah.
I feel hurt now.
Well, I'll tell Mrs. V when I see her. Horace said I didn't want us to go to eat Easter dinner. Why did you do that? I can see her going, why did you say that? I didn't say that. And see him doing it.
I haven't said it.
No. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You hurt me. That's all right. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. All right, so what else going on in the world of sports? We caught up with Paul Menard. Again, Menard driving for Richard Childress Racing. And, again, they are struggling of late. And we asked him what it's going to take to bring home some wins. And also for Paul Menard and that number 27, not only bringing home some wins, but just leading some laps in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
That's something that RCR hasn't done much in the last 2 years is lead laps. And, this year exception, we've had quite a few top fives already with Ryan and Truex, if you look at the affiliates and ourselves. But we definitely have to lead more laps and contend for wins. How we do that, we just have to keep working hard and trying to figure out how to go faster. That's what everybody in the garage is doing. It's not easy to lead laps, and it's definitely not easy to win races.
Paul Menard, RCR again, Richard Childress Racing, trying to get it dialed in here with a week off. And I would think some of the teams doing well, they're enjoying themselves. Some of the teams not doing so hot. I guess is probably a little, you're off, but you're kind of thinking to Texas and Bristol and Richmond and on because you want to get it turned around. So when you're on top of the world, everything's good. But when you're struggling, even your time off is probably not really away from the track. You're still probably thinking it through, trying to figure out what we got to do to get better.
Oh, yeah, it's your livelihood. I mean, if you don't go out there and perform, you don't get paid. You don't get paid, you can't pay your teammates. You can't pay it's on your back of your mind, so you got to be.
Got to be, yep. So if you're struggling, and a lot of the teams, not a lot of them, some of the teams are, your boy Smoke's struggling for sure. So do you get away, and do you really get away? Just get away, and you're still thinking about it.
I guarantee he's racing somewhere.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's finding somewhere to get behind the wheel of something.
Yeah, me oh my. So anyway, some of the teams, they're all off, but some of them are probably enjoying the time off. Some of them probably not so much. And I think the crews, the back in the garage, they're still there building cars. I don't think they get off much time because they're building.
I'd say they probably have the weekend off.
Yeah.
This Easter weekend, I'd say they get a little time off too, but maybe not the whole week.
Those guys and ladies put in almost year-round in the garages, building those cars and engines. So anyway, NASCAR down for this week. Picking back up next week with the Duck Commander race at Texas Motor Speedway. So we're very excited about it. Let me bring you up to speed with softball. What happened yesterday in softball, we told you baseball earlier in the show. Yesterday in softball, Science Hills ladies beat Sullivan Central 4-2. Daniel Boone over Buckeye, Ohio. Remember Cody Campbell. We'll talk about Cody in a minute.
Yep.
Daniel Boone shuts out Buckeye, Ohio for the Mingo Bay Classic Championship. 10-0 the final there. They brought home the championship from Myrtle Beach back to Northeast Tennessee. Did the Lady Trailblazers of Daniel Boone. University High shuts out Tennessee High 1-0. Elizabethton over Sullivan East 10-0. Unicoi County all over Sullivan North 14-2. Unicoi County may be the team here in Northeast Tennessee. In softball, they're now 13-0. Let's see. Johnson County beat Sullivan South 6-5. Today, a couple of games on tap for the Good Friday. Elizabethton plays at Sullivan North. Sullivan East in the Soddy Daisy tournament down at Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. And Hampton at Unaka. That's the softball for today. Right now, the Big Seven Volunteer, the number one team at 5-1. Three Rivers, Unicoi County 6-0 and 13-0. Overall undefeated and the winningest. It is the team right now in softball here in our region. In the Watauga Valley Conference, North Green, the number one team there. Baseball, the number one team of the Big Seven. Tie between Crockett and Science Hill, both at 5-1 in the league. Three Rivers, Sullivan South, the number one team at 6-1. And the number one baseball team in the Watauga Valley Conference, North Green. The Huskies are 5-1 right now in baseball in North Green, at North Green rather. So that's what's happening in your softball and baseball schedule. Again, things, there's stuff going on, but it's kind of, would you say it's kind of slowed down a little bit here for the Easter weekend?
I think so.
Yeah.
It generally does.
Yeah.
You got
as it should.
Well, yeah, and still, you're not talking about professional teams and college teams. You're talking about local teams, and you got families involved, and their minds just aren't on the game.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Let's go back to the first time. Can you remember back as a young lad, the first Horace Easter egg hunt? Remember anything about?
Well, I remember I didn't come up with any eggs. That was a long time. I was up in Indiana somewhere.
Somewhere in Indiana. There you go. That explains the scarring process from here. Guy went out. You got to be I wouldn't say a redneck. You got to have a tough time. You go out for an Easter egg hunt and come back with an empty basket. Yeah. So did you cry? I guess you probably did.
I don't remember. All I remember is I went out there and I just kind of stood there. All these kids are running around and they're digging in the grass and they're finding eggs. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, I don't see any eggs.
You didn't move anywhere. You just got to look around your feet. Ain't no eggs here. I'm
I
going
walked
back.
around a little bit, but
yeah.
I couldn't. I mean, I didn't know you're supposed to get down on your hands and knees and start digging and looking. And I didn't. No, I didn't do too well.
I can see the middle of the field is going. It is just classic. Looking around, going, "Where's eggs?" No eggs.
I remember there was a golden egg, and you got the big prize if you found the golden egg.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted was that golden egg. So I didn't care about anything else.
Now you had brothers, right? Were they all out there too?
I got two brothers. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah,
they're younger than me. I didn't care.
You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Horace in the middle of Easter egg hunt, standing there going, "I don't see no eggs. Can I get something to eat? I'm hungry."
Oh,
that's good stuff. I can see that as plain as day. Stand in the middle of the field going, "Where's the eggs?" You got to go look for them. Well, I don't want to look for them. I'm hungry. Little Horace running amok at the Easter egg hunt. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and check in with Pete Tackett of Antioch Baptist Church, one of our great sponsors. Again, they're promoting their Easter weekend services and their Easter egg hunt tomorrow in Johnson City. And Pete with Antioch Baptist Church, the pastor, he will join us coming up next here on the Tom segment. I'm out in the middle of the field. I can't find no eggs. I'm hungry. That's Little Horace. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's not just a race, it's the place. A place to set up a tent, park the RV, and start emptying the cooler. A place to fire up the grill in the Tennessee hills and take in the best short track racing in NASCAR. The place is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Hope you'll join us on April 19th for the Food City 500. Call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com. It's not just a place.
It's Bristol, baby!
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Back on the Tom Taylor Show on this Good Friday 2015. We're joined by our buddy from Antioch Baptist Church, Pastor Pete Tackett. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing great, Tom. How about yourself?
Just fine, sir. Just fine. Let's see. Before we get into matters at hand, March Madness. You going for Kentucky or Wisconsin? What do you think? You're a big sports guy.
I think Kentucky's going to win it all, but I really like Wisconsin, and I like that young guy that's making all the noise on the in the after interviews and just kind of fun and full of life. So I'm pulling for Wisconsin.
Pulling for Wisconsin, but your heart says Kentucky, but you're pulling for Wisconsin. Is that right? Is what we're saying?
Yeah, head says Kentucky, heart says Wisconsin.
All right. The other one, of course, Michigan State and Duke. You like the Dukies or you like Michigan State?
Listen, if there's any way they could both lose, it would make my day. Those are two groups I really don't care much for at all. But I don't like Michigan really badly, so I always pick Michigan State over Michigan. And since I don't like Duke, it's my least favorite team. I guess I'm going for Michigan State.
So all right, so I have to ask, why do you have such a degree of consternation for Duke? What is it you don't like about them?
Just, I guess for lack of a better word, the arrogance of their fans. It's kind of like being around Alabama football fans.
Man, I like you.
I'm like a little tweak.
Just tried to stir you up a little noise on Friday. How about that?
Thank you. All right, that's our buddy Pete Tackett from Antioch Baptist Church. So, again, that's the Final Four. Of course, starts tomorrow night, 6:09. The first one, Michigan State at Duke, and the second one, not till 8:49 between Kentucky and Wisconsin. Pete, big weekend at Antioch Baptist Church. Let's go back for just a second. You were telling me off air that Coach Carl Torbush was there last week and hit a home run as a speaker. And tell us about that and what's going on this weekend.
Well, Coach Torbush really did just hit a home run. I was really impressed with the teaching he did on just character. He had a bunch of his young men, including his potential starting quarterback, with him, and he just stood on stage and just said, "Look, this is what we're going to do, and our men are going to be good men. We're going to be community men." And talked about how his faith informed that, and the guys that were with him. It was just a great event to have him there, and we're looking forward to getting some season tickets and watching football come back to life over there. But he did a great job.
Yep, that was a couple of weeks ago now. Can we go back and see that somewhere? Tell me how we can see it.
If you go to AntiochBaptist.com, under Resources, there's a Media tab, and you can listen to it. We don't have an AV of it, but we do have we do have the MP3 of it there on the website. And he just did a really good job. So I'd encourage people just hit our website, AntiochBaptist.com.
Yep. Now, tomorrow you got an Easter egg hunt, and Sunday, of course, you have 2 Easter services. Tell us about it.
Well, my associate pastor, Louis Cornett, always refers to Easter as the Super Bowl of the Christian calendar. He says it's our biggest day of the year. And it is for a number of reasons, because of what it represents, but also because people are more inclined to look toward the church at Easter. And so we do a couple of things. First, on Saturday, tomorrow at noon, at 2932 Antioch Road, right next to Willow Springs Park, there on Antioch Road, the pavilion. We'll have probably 300 neighborhood kids and families out there just for a big Easter egg hunt at noon. We do, we cook hot dogs and provide soft drinks and chips and desserts, and then about 1, that starts around 12, and then at 1, my children's minister will tell the Easter story, and then we'll release those kids, and they'll scarf up several thousand eggs off the ground there real quickly. And everybody in the community is invited. There's no cost at all. Just come bring. We offer a photo booth with the Easter Bunny, and we give away free 5x7s of photographs of the children with the Easter Bunny. Just a way to give a little back to our community, and that's at noon on Saturday, tomorrow, at 2932 Antioch Road, next to Willow Springs Park. And then on Sunday morning, we'll do 2 services, identical services at 9 and 11. We're talking about the theme this year, Were You There? We're trying to introduce through media and through drama and through music and through the teaching. We're trying to introduce them to 4 people or groups of people that were at the cross in Matthew chapter 27, and then ask people, hey, do you see yourself in that? So it's a pretty cool presentation. We hope folks will come out. We're located at 1014 Antioch Road, and services 9 and 11, free coffee and donuts between services if you want to mingle with people from the community. So just love to have everybody come out and join us.
Absolutely. And, of course, it's obviously free, and it's going to be a good time tomorrow. Looks like the weather is going to hold off for the Easter egg hunt. That's going to be there at Willow Springs Park in southwest Johnson City. Is that right?
Right. It's right next. We own a piece of property right next to the park on Antioch Road, and there are banners up on the front of the property. It's 2932 Antioch Road. You'll see the banners there, the pavilion up on the hill. But you can't get into the property from the Huffine Road side. You have to come in from the Antioch Road side.
What time's that happening tomorrow?
Noon.
High noon tomorrow. There you go, 12 o'clock tomorrow. Hey, great report. I've never asked you, who's your favorite baseball team?
I grew up in West Tennessee, so that means the St. Louis Cardinals. And in fact, someday we'll talk about it. I'll call you back and talk about it. In 1982, I made it to the World Series, strike-shortened season. I was at the 7th game of the 1982 World Series when the Cardinals won. So someday I'll tell you a real long story about that.
I'd love to hear that. So you're a big Cardinals fan. That's cool. So
way back when Bruce Sutter was the pitcher. Of course, everybody around here are either Reds or Braves fans. So I'm kind of the same about the baseball as I am about some of the basketball things. I'm just kind of a loner up here by being a St. Louis Cardinal fan.
That's all right. We're in America, and that's your choice to follow the Cardinals, even in East Tennessee. Hey, great report. thank you for checking in with us. Thank you for letting us promote you and advertise with us, and we'll talk to you real soon. And happy Easter to you and yours, all right?
Same to you, Tom. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Yeah, super job, our buddy Pete Tackett, dear friend, go back a long way. We appreciate him very, very much. Again, Antioch Baptist Church, Easter egg hunt tomorrow there beside Willow Springs Park in Johnson City. Then 2 services on Sundays, you heard him say, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Were you there? The rest of that is, were you there and when they crucified my Lord? So this just in, Atlanta Braves acquiring pitcher Trevor Cahill from Arizona, hoping to boost a staff that's been hurt by injuries. That happened late last night, early this morning. Diamondbacks traded Cahill for a minor league outfielder Josh Elander and agreed to send Atlanta $6.8 million to cover the majority of Cahill's $12 million salary this year. So he was an all-star with Oakland back in 2010. Last year, 3-12 with a 5.61 ERA. So I guess he's kind of I'm not sure if he's a proven commodity right now or not.
I don't know.
He was hot back in 2010. That was 5 seasons ago. And Trevor Cahill, now an Atlanta Brave. And, again, they're going to pay Atlanta $6.8 million to cover the majority of his $12 million contract this year. So I don't guess the Braves are too tore about that.
No, they're getting money out of it.
Get an arm and $6.8 million. So if the arm doesn't go, you still got $6.8 to go out and get somebody else, I guess. So he has suffered from shoulder stiffness. And so that's just minor wear and tear. That is not red flags, according to the Braves management. So check this out. Now, to help cover Cahill's salary, Arizona will pay Atlanta 7 installments of $812,500 by the first of each month from May through November. They're going to pay the Braves every month $812,500 first of each month, May through November. Then the final installment, December the 1st, $1.1 million to cover Cahill.
Wow.
Yeah. So
they want to get rid of him.
Yeah. There you go. So anyway, that's what's going on, and so the
red
Bravos.
Red flag.
That's
red
what I'm
flag.
thinking too. Something doesn't jive on this one, but the Braves, their pitching staff has really been beleaguered with injuries, and so they go get Trevor Cahill from Arizona. Here we go. You ready to get one? Let's go ahead and tweak him again. Joe Girardi says he's been very pleased with Alex Rodriguez in spring training. Here we go. This is just like Jameis. All right, he was supposed to be a distraction, but A-Rod turned into one of the spring's biggest surprises. Yankee manager says, quote, I've said all along, I thought Alex was going to help us, but, I mean, it's 2 years, really, since he's played. I wasn't 100% sure, but he has had a very good spring and has been a big help in the clubhouse. And so he is crowing about Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, and you would say to what on that?
Well, again, he's a talented player, but, his past is his past, and why do you want to reward somebody for what he did?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. He cheated, and now they're going to reward him for it. And that's just, I'm sorry. In any other realm of the world, you cheat, you get caught, and you're punished for it. Now, he deserves a second chance. Again, fundamentally, of course he's on his best behavior right now, and he's going to put out his best on the field. He wants to make some money, but the guy cheated.
How's he different than Josh Hamilton?
Hamilton, he didn't cheat.
Alcohol and cocaine abuse.
Yeah, he just went off the deep end,
right.
And he broke the law. Period. I mean, come on. Where are the morals and ethics in these players anymore? They get up there, they make some money, and they think they are invincible.
Snapshot of our society, my friend.
Oh, yeah, and I just can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, it ain't going to get any better.
Starts at home.
Starts at home. You got it. 3 words. Starts at home. Top of the 6th inning, Washington leads the Yankees 3-1, ironically. We're talking about A-Rod. Bottom of the 5th inning, exhibition baseball. Tampa Bay leads Detroit 5-3. The Tigers are having a tough, they're next to the last. They're having a tough spring training. But, again, everybody tells me that doesn't matter. So I would think it would matter to Detroit Tiger ticket holders. I can't imagine them being too excited about being 11-19, getting ready to break camp and head to start the season. But anyway, that's the story there. Also, San Francisco announcing Bruce Bochy's contract has been extended through 2019, and General Manager Brian Saban has been promoted to Executive Vice President of Baseball Operations. So, again, Bochy's going to be there through 2019. So they like the job he's doing in San Francisco. And, by the way, they're dead last right now in spring training at 11-20. So And again, everybody keeps telling me, Tom, it doesn't matter. So I disagree. I used to be told time and time again by the coach I played for, you practice like you play.
Exactly
I mean,
right.
you play like you practice. So if you're 11 or 19 in spring training, that just tells me it's going to be a tough year. Now, you'll have to disprove me, because if you're, again, 11 and 20 for San Francisco in spring training, well, why are you going to – I mean, see, I'm confused. People think that, come opening day, we're going to flip the switch, and all of a sudden we're going to go from 11 and 20 to an outstanding ball club. And maybe you will, but, again, you practice like you play and you play like you practice. And so these teams are playing well. On the flip side, you don't think the Dodgers are jacked up to get ready to start the season? They're 16-9. They've got the actually, Oakland's got the best record in the exhibition season right now. They're 21-9. You don't think they're ready to start the season?
Oh, they're ready to get going.
Oh, they're juiced because they're 21-9. On the flip side, you got Texas limping into the start the regular season. So we'll see. But again, I'm one of those that you play like you practice and practice like you play. And so if you're having a tough spring, wonder how we could ever find that out. Go back and do research and find out the teams that had what's the percentage of teams that have losing records in spring training. Do they end up having a winning season, or do they?
Well, you can probably go back and look at the playoffs and then go back to the seasons past, see who won the leagues.
Yeah.
In the Grapefruit and the Cactus League, and see how they did in the.
I may do that this weekend. I don't have anything else to do, so.
You don't even think it's Easter weekend. You got nothing to do.
Really. And the race coming up, and we got plenty to do. So.
Oh, we know we don't. Yeah, we know you don't want to go eat with me. So
no, that's true. Where was the last time we went to eat? We went to
Arby's.
Yeah, that was. That was.
We walked out. Well, I won't say that.
We didn't walk out. We watched you walk out. We didn't have a choice. You kind of left, and we thought, well, if we're going to eat with them, we got to go. So
I was hungry.
Yeah, and once again, a short patience rope, may I say, to my man Horace. I look up, and he said, "We're out of here." Okay, so now someplace else we went. We had a good experience. Where was it? I have to think.
We've been a lot of places.
Yeah, we have. But anyway, Easter, maybe we can hang out together. Maybe. Be up to Mrs. V. But if she wants us to do it, we'll do it. So we've got a few minutes left here. Again, to the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Good Friday, 2015. Kentucky, Wisconsin, 8:49. Michigan State, Duke, again at 6:09 tomorrow night for the Final Four of men's college basketball. Stanford beat Miami in overtime to win the NIT 66-64 last night of men's college basketball. The women's Final Four coming up on Sunday in Tampa. Notre Dame and South Carolina, UConn and Maryland. What do you think on those? I've not talked much about those. They'll do Final Four Sunday, the national championship on Tuesday of next week. Does anybody have anything for UConn, you suppose?
I hope Maryland does.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You don't like him. I forgot about that. Gino is – oh, yeah. He's right between A-Rod and Florida State on your I don't like list. Forgot about that. You don't like Gino.
Of course, if you're at the top, you can put out some swagger and you can show a little arrogance, but I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
So, I hope Maryland brings them down a notch.
UConn 36-1. The Lady Terrapins 34-2. Notre Dame in the first game 35-2, and South Carolina 34-2. So collectively, they've got 2, 4, 6, 7 losses between all four teams. In men's, you've got 11-4. It's 15 and 3. There's 18 losses between the four teams. Of course, Kentucky's undefeated in the national championship at stake for the men and also for the ladies. We'll take our final break, come back, and we will roll on here on this Good Friday 2015. And we'll come back with more right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
See what might be hiding in your coverage at farmers.com/gaps.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Hey, Diet Mountain Dew driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. On April 19th, I'll be racing at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Food City 500. Tickets start at just $64, so call 423-BRISTOL or visit bristoltix.com today to see me and my Diet Mountain Dew team in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we've got a few minutes left here on a Good Friday visit. We thank you for being with us here. We've got some tickets to give away. We'll do that coming up here in just a few. And, again, go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com and register to win tickets to Bristol. Again, the race is 2 weeks from tomorrow. And we've already, again, congratulated with winning by pulling their names out of the hat. Brian Sharp from Gray, Sarah Noel from Nashville, Britt Marshall from Kingsport, Denise Odessa from Kingsport, and Kent Archer from Limestone are the folks that are in, and they've won tickets, and you can too. All you have to do is go to that website. Again, Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com, and register, give us the pertinent information. Of course, a quick couple of sentences to say why you want to win the tickets, and it's Bristol, baby. That's all you got to say. It's April, baby, and it's tickets to go see, again, the best drivers in the world, in our humble opinion, on the greatest track in the world. Again, the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Redlegs signing right-handed pitcher Sam LeCure to outright to Louisville. The International League also reassigned right-hand pitcher Michael Lorenzen to a minor league camp. The Reds are beginning to shuffle some folks around. East Tennessee State baseball rallied from a 9-0 deficit with an 8-run fourth inning, but still lost to St. Louis on Thursday, 10-8. Chris Cook and Trey York each had 2 hits, and Aaron Mayer, drove in 2 runs for ETSU. Again, but still lost 10-8 to University of St. Louis yesterday. And also out of Milligan College after winning the Appalachian Athletic Conference regular season title by a 57-stroke margin. You play golf, 57 strokes is pretty strong, isn't it? It's like a blowout.
Do I look like a golf player?
Yeah, really. Stupid me. You're right. What am I talking about? This is a man sitting out in the middle of the field going, I can't not moving a lick. I can't find any eggs. He's looking around himself. He says, I'm hungry. So, yeah, never mind. 57-stroke margin, the number 25 ranked Milligan College women's golf team, placing 3 members on the all-conference team for the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Sophomore Cassidy Gibson, senior Madison Smith named the all-conference first team, and sophomore golfer Molly Stone named all-conference second team. So Milligan wins the regular season title by a 57-stroke margin. And the 25th ranked Milligan College women's golf team, 3 on the all-conference team. First team, Cassidy Gibson and Madison Smith. And second team, Molly Stone is on the second team all-conference. So congratulations to those ladies from Milligan College, the land of the Buffaloes. All right, before we get out of here, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Alabama. We talked about this yesterday, said they got a problem down there in Alabama because a young lady has come back and said she lied about the story. And Saban apparently says matters not. He's not coming back. Is that correct?
That's correct. Jonathan Taylor is no longer enrolled in Alabama. So making reinstatement impossible.
Now, I read last night the reason why this all came down. The lady falsified the story. They've been seeing each other, courting, however you want to call it. They're in love, whatever you want to say. I don't guess they're in love. But they had been seeing each other, and she had thought he'd been cheating on her back in December, and so she thought again, she'd caught him cheating one more time. So she said, okay, we'll fix this. And so she fixed it all right. She fabricated the story. Now it's come back that it was all untrue. But, again, Alabama's already dismissed him from the team, and he has left school. Is that correct?
I'm looking at the story here. There may be more to it. He may have been expelled from Alabama because of his conduct. But, of course, if that's the case, then Alabama's even got a bigger problem.
Yeah. Gina Marie Nawab, N-A-W-A-B, is her last name, said the bruises on her neck, self-inflicted, did it to herself. Damage to a door in her apartment was already there when she moved in. So she makes the whole story up. She's in trouble. He's out of school. He's left school.
Well, it says Alabama officials have not confirmed or clarified Taylor's lack of enrollment as a result of an official expulsion. The university code for reinstatement is supposed to follow the guidelines put in place for expelled students. So he may have been expelled from the university, not just taken off the team. So if he was expelled because of the conduct code there at the university, and it turns out that he is exonerated in these charges, then I think Alabama's even got a bigger problem. Not only the sports-wise, but academically. They kicked him out of school.
Says he's no longer a student and is, quote, not eligible for readmission. They don't want him back. He's no longer on the football team. He's no longer at Alabama. So, tough story. I hope the young man gets his act together. Let's hope for the best for him on that. Because
this is being reported by NBC Sports, by the way. That's where I'm reading it from.
It is?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, that's the story there. Reds fans, Johnny Cueto still way apart from the Reds to sign a multi-year contract extension. This is his last year, and so he wants to stay as a Red, but apparently the money he's asking for and what they're willing to shell out to keep him there are far, far apart. So right now,
no progress.
No progress, yeah. So Johnny Cueto and the Reds may be seeing each other for the last time on the same field for this 2015 season, but maybe they'll get something worked out. But right now, no progress on talks, right? Which means he's probably asking for the moon. And
so as Cueto, do you go out there and you give it your best to try to solidify your position, or do you go out there and say, well, I'm not going to be here next year anyway, so half-heartedly go out and do your job?
Some probably do that. It's a good question. There again, it comes back to character and integrity and being a team player. Do I just go out there and dog
all
it?
About the money, man. Yeah. He wants the money.
I'm gone, so I don't care, or I'm going to give you 120% regardless. So are you asking me for what I would do, or what do you think he'll do?
I don't know what he's going to do, but, I mean, he can look at it from two different ways.
Yeah.
I want the money, so I'm going to go out there and show you what I can really do this year so I can get what I want. Or, well, if we're that far apart and you don't even want to consider it, then why should I care? Go out there and just give a half-hearted effort.
There you go. And that comes down to the person. Individual choice.
Yep.
So, now, in the old day, back in the day, you'd go with plan B and go out there and do it anyway, do it for the team. And,
oh, yeah.
But we're not we're not back in the day now where it's all about, we're in a me society.
Ka-ching.
So, there you go. It's all about the what?
The money.
The money. Ka-ching is exactly right. Speaking of the money, you don't have to pay any when you go to our buddy Gator Cherokee Barbershop. Haircuts are free. A cup of coffee will cost you $1. Get to keep the cup. Old-fashioned haircut, straight razor shaves, hot towels on your face, a back massage, that electronic gizmo, and so a shoulder rub and a back massage. Of course, he's closed today for Good Friday, and we salute him for that.
If you want to listen to the show, you go in there, too, because he has his own.
On?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Gator, thank you. Tuesday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday from 8:30 to 1. He is off today, closed for Good Friday, which I salute him for. And, again, he will be back open tomorrow from 8:30 until 1. South Roan Street in Johnson City. If the barber pulls out, he's in. Our buddy, the Gator Man. And your picture's up on the wall down there, isn't it?
Not yet.
I thought you had a picture.
Nah. Well, there's one in the corner where we were goofing off.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. Right as you're leaving.
I got Band-Aids and stuff.
Yeah, you get that funny-looking curly on your face. So, Curly Mo and Larry, one more thing about Curly, can't remember his last name.
I can't think of it either.
What's he look like? In the
now I look like, jeez.
In that picture,
you're full of ringers today, I'm telling you.
In that picture, you do a little bit. You look like a little bit like Curly. So, and I saw the other day, I saw Hosey, and I looked at him, I thought, Ben Cartwright. I'm going to start calling him Hoss. He looks like Ben Cartwright. Big Hoss. Big old burly boy, and he looks a bit like Dan Blocker, a.k.a. Hoss Cartwright. Anyway, Gators open at the Cherokee Barbershop, back open tomorrow. Tuesday through Friday every week, except today. He's closed on Good Friday, 8:30 until 5, and then Also on Saturdays from 8:30 until 1. Need to get your hair lowered, ears lowered, or maybe a little guy needs to go and get his hair cut looking good for Easter Sunday for his mama and grandmama. He cuts little people's hair too.
Be open tomorrow.
Put him up there put him up on the chair and put that little booster seat, and he'll cut the little guy's hair, make him look good for Easter. So, and again, haircuts are free. A cup of coffee costs you $11 to keep the cup.
Yeah.
There you go. At Cherokee Barbershop. We appreciate them very much. It is a Friday. Again, we get ready for a big weekend of sports. Again, the obvious college basketball. Our picking panel is such that we are at 41-41. We have the March Madness scoreboard that Horace threw down here on the floor, but that's okay. It's a little smeared up. Yeah,
he was on the floor.
Set back here, and we got it replaced.
He replaced the thing it was sitting on.
He replaced the printer, and so it's kind of got tossed. It's kind of smudged here, and you just go like that. It's dry erase. But anyway, we're tied 41-41. If Kentucky wins, I'm the winner, which that's going to happen. And
otherwise,
if Wisconsin wins, we finish up the March Madness scoreboard tied. Now, how did our boy Gator do?
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, so
we'll have to look it up, and then come Monday when we're back on the show, we'll announce what's going on.
Yeah.
See if he's even in the hunt.
Now, are we going to let Jim Cline go to eat with us?
Why not?
Yeah, Braden's barbecue. I mean, I'm for it.
Well,
I'm all for it, but
he's 6'12".
6'12".
I'm not going to tell him no.
Dressed up in an Easter Bunny outfit, hiding eggs this Sunday. I'm not going to tell a guy that's going to dress up like that. He can do whatever he wants to. Yeah. So if he wants to come hang out with us, he can come hang out with us. But we're going to eat good one day next week. Braden's Barbecue in Johnson or in Kingsport there on Eastman Road. You ever been there?
Never been there.
Yeah.
But I'm all about barbecue.
Yep.
You know that.
Oh, yes. Do I know that? Yes, I do. Before we get out of here, I do want to say thanks to one more sponsor, too. We got to say a big thank you to Will Graybill and the folks from Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. Prosthetics, if you need to brace it or replace it from head to toe, you know where to go. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. 1-800-524-4447 is the number to call. Again, at Braden's Barbecue. I got food on my brain. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics.
Well, haven't I?
Man, got me hungry now. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, the orthotics portion of the company. Custom-made and pre-made devices, carbon fiber, plastic, metal, leather based on your needs. Again, spinal bracing. Again, they have both pre-made and custom-designed spinal bracing. I know last year he was telling us how a guy fell off the ladder cleaning his gutters and had a major problem with his spine, and so they custom-designed and actually built a brace for this particular gentleman up in Bristol, and so he'll go all over the place for you. Has wrist and ankle splints and knee sleeves, rehab bracing. Getting back to life after an injury or surgery, he can help you with that with the rehab bracing. And also they've got the each orthotic device designed for your comfort, your mobility, and your safety in mind. Again, if you need to brace it or replace it from head to toe, you know where to go. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. Locations here in Kingsport, Bristol, Greenville, and Pounding Mill, Virginia, here in the Tri-Cities. Yep, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. You put your big old gnarly hands down in the bucket and pulled out a winner for the tickets for today. And who might that be, my friend?
This day in time, Roy D. Settle from Johnson City.
Roy D. Settle. There you go.
Johnson City. You're now going to go to the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300.
Yeah.
And the Pit Light 125 on April the 18th.
There you go. Roy D. Settle. Johnson City has won. So congratulations to Roy. So that gives us, 6 winners so far. Yep. You can register over the weekend. All you got to do is go, or anytime.
Go TomTaylorSportsShow@gmail.com. That's the email address. Send us your name, address, and contact information, and we will put your name in the hopper, and hopefully we'll pull your name.
And Horace reached down those big gnarly knuckles and reach out and pull out, and this time Roy D. Settle from Johnson City. Also joining Brian Sharp from Gray, Sarah Noel from Nashville, Britt Marshall from Churchill, Denise Odessa from Kingsport, and Ken Archer from Limestone have all won tickets, and you may win next week. Again, all you have to do is go to that Tom Taylor Sports Show at gmail.com and register, and maybe you'll win it again coming up next week. What'd you get from? Is that coming from Gator?
That was from Gator. So I threw my March Madness away after the second round. Oh, man.
He's a nice one. The Gator Man's with us today. He's listening, and we certainly appreciate that very, very much. Well, that's going to wrap this one up for this Good Friday. Again, 8 weeks in the bucket, Horace. You liking it so far?
Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
It's a simple yes or no question.
Yes,
Do you
I
like
like
it so
it.
far? Thank you very much. It's always difficult. Yep, 8 weeks in the bucket.
Stupid question.
Thank you. That's what you should have said today when you went, what? You went 3 for 5, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Well,
Lost
they're stupid questions.
Lost
but
the
I mean,
cricket thing and lost Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So 2 stupid questions. So thanks, pal.
You're welcome.
8 weeks into it again. Thank you. We'll start our 9th week on Monday. Have a great and safe and happy Easter. And remember, as we say Christmas, remember the reason for the season. It's all about the death, burial, and resurrection of the man on the cross who died for all of us, and none of us deserve it. The first drop of blood hit Calvary's for all of us, and as I said, none of us deserve it. I can guarantee you that. So, again, thanks for being with us. We had Kyle Larson, Paul Menard, Jim Cline, Betsy Holleman, and Pete Tackett with us today, along with the Horseman, back in the saddle on Monday. Again, we'll tell you, as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Happy Easter. Horace, see you Monday.
See ya.
There you go. He's gone. We're gone. Happy Easter. See you then. Thanks again for watching and listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And remember, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.